فلا تطع المكذبين ودوا لو تدهن فيدهنون.
To yourself. But I'm looking forward to the day. I'm trying to preach to people so that we do this freely and willingly and sacrificially when we think about what God has done for us and where he's brought us from and the prayers he's answered and the miracles he's wrought, that we give it to him freely because we want to give it to him. Can I get an amen from anybody? That's what he's looking for. That is a sacrifice that you offer to him.
Now, the church has since been ridiculed, criticized, and threatened with legal action. Our reporter, Slindelo Masikane, is tracking the story for us, and she's managed to track down where the man in the coffin, the one who was apparently resurrected, has been working. Let's take you live to her now. Slee, good afternoon. Firstly, I imagine you had to do some digging in terms of trying to find this man's place of employment. He's become an overnight celebrity, really, right? So tell us, what do you know about him right now, and what do his employers have to say about the situation?
Definitely, Kathy. The man of the hour, identified in the video as Elliot, as said by the pastor, as he's performing that so-called miracle that we saw, that's really been making some shockwaves through social media, receiving some backlash from the religious sector. And all we knew was that this man's name was Elliot and was supposedly dead for a couple of days before the pastor performed that miracle. Now, we've done some digging, and like you said, we've managed to actually track down his employer all the way in Pretoria, and we understand that his real name, in fact, is Brighton Moyo, and he is a Zimbabwean national, and in fact was working in this timber company since around June 2018. Now, to give us more detail around that, I am joined by his employer, Vincent Amaroti. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and just give us a brief history about what you know about Brighton and how the working relationship was with him here at your timber company.
He was a very nice guy, and he came here about 6 months ago to learn the woodworking industry, and he was very willing and very able. But he was always very smartly dressed, and he at the Christmas party at the end of the year, he was one of the smartest. He learned very quickly, and we made him an assistant machinist, where he was planing timber. He did cut just nicked the end of his finger, and it was like the end of the world. It took his confidence away for quite a long time. But he worked well, and he was a nice guy, and it was an absolute shock to see him in the video and to recognize him with his mouth wide open.
Tell me about that moment. Exactly where were you when you saw the video, and what went through your mind when you saw him and recognized him?
Well, we suspended him a couple of weeks ago for missing a Monday and coming late on a Tuesday. And he was suspended with full pay, but he never came back. And we wondered what happened to him. And one of these friends brought a video into the office and told us that Brighton had died. And I love my employees. We've got 50 guys here. And to know that one of them had died, I was shocked. And when I went to look at the video, and I saw him lying in the coffin, and I saw his mouth moving, I said, he's not dead. And then we saw him breathing, and then we saw him come to life. And those eyes looking all around, it was crazy. So it was a big joke.
Yeah.
ولا تطع كل حل